Done, sir. Tonight's the big game.
Get a medal.
The big game. Notre Dame University faces off against the University of Alabama in the BCS National Championship. Many fans have been complaining about how the BCS ranks college teams, probably teams that didn't get into a bowl game. Well, we found someone who has a simple and easy way to rank these teams. Joining me now on the phone from Miami is Eugene Lee, CEO and President of ETL Associates. Now, Eugene, get it out there first. What exactly you do? You represent players in the NFL, is that correct?
That is correct. We have an NFL agency based out of New York City, and we represent NFL players.
So how do these bowl games, or let's just take the national championship, for example. This is taking place in Miami tonight. It puts these schools on the big screen, prime time. You know, what does it do for the schools itself, do you feel?
First of all, I mean, it's going to bring in a tremendous amount of revenue to each program. I mean, in Alabama and Notre Dame, you have two historic programs, two legendary powerhouses in the college football scene. And each school will walk away with between $22 to $24 million each.
Wow.
The combined payout tonight.
Wow. And it does a lot for the area in which the game is hosted in Miami, where, by the way, just a few nights ago, they hosted the Orange Bowl. What sort of impact will the city of Miami see from this?
You're going to see the hospitality and tourism industries just achieve record numbers, I think, over the past weekend and the past few days. I mean, they're going to be really raking it in hotels, restaurants. The Orange Bowl, with no disrespect to Northern Illinois, was a less than marquee matchup for this area. So it's great that they can follow the Orange Bowl up with a match of this nature.
Well, now you bring up NIU, and that's Northern Illinois University, and obviously a lot of people had an issue or took issue with the fact that they made it to the Orange Bowl over arguably much better teams than it was. However, they did put up a good fight. I want to say that. I watched that game. They did lose, but there's a big argument out there that says we should change the whole way this BCS is run altogether. You have an idea for that. I'm guessing it's playoffs?
Playoffs is one part of it. I think the problem that people are having is that they do not understand how the percentages are calculated. You have a computer that is calculating the BCS rankings, and all people see are percentage points, but they don't know how the computer gets there. And I believe that removing the guesswork from the equation is the key to fixing the process, that and instituting a 4-team playoff.
So I'm still confused. So yes, a lot of people don't know how the BCS rankings occur, but there's coaches, there's win-loss records, there's a lot of things that go into it. So you're saying simplify the system and be more specific, because I think a lot of people are interested to hear what you're saying.
I think what you need to do is just make the system so easily understood by the average college football fan that there can be no griping, no bickering at the end of the season if they don't see their team in the bowl games they want to see their team play in. You have factors. I think you look at one-loss record. That's the biggest factor. Strength of schedule, record versus common opponent, average margin of victory, the conference in which the team plays, and finally the name recognition. This would be a subjective category, but the name recognition, historic tradition of a football program. And that last factor, it is subjective, but you know, the truth is, the elephant in the room is that revenue generation is a major concern, if not the concern, primary concern for the NCAA.
Eugene, we take your thoughts into consideration. It's a great idea. However, somebody's always going to be left out. Somebody's always going to have a problem with it. And by the way, the current system sort of gives some of those schools, like NIU. We have to leave it there. Eugene Lee, thank you for joining us. It was a fun discussion.
Thank you.